Hi, everybody. Sorry, we're a few minutes behind. Let's get this started at 7:06. Prior to this, we did have an executive session regarding
personnel and potential litigation matters.
There we go. Thank you, Gavin. We'll do roll call and then we'll do the pledge of allegiance.
President Valerie Reinfeller.
Here.
Vice President Diane Law. Here. Councilmember Shirley Blair Fuller.
Here.
Councilmember Deb Cassini Klein.
Here.
Councilmember Andrea Datillo.
Here.
Mayor Paul Gamrat.
Here.
Councilmember Jay and Brooke are not in attendance today.
Yes.
I will do the pledge of allegiance. Stand up if you can. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We will move to public comment. You have 3 minutes. Please state your name and your address, your full name and your street address, and you, like I said, you have 3 minutes. We can start in the room. We do have a couple people here. Welcome. No. All right, and do we have any people online raising their hands? We'll give them some time. Nope. We'll give 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds, yeah.
We have Todd and.
Okay.
He's over there. Yeah, he lowered his name.
Okay. A couple more seconds. You can raise your hand via Zoom. How many people are in Zoom right now?
4.
4, okay.
Todd raised his hand again.
Okay. Todd, if you could please unmute yourself, state your name, your street address, and you have 3 minutes.
Yes, I'm Todd Henwood. I live at 59 Hawthorne Avenue in Crafton, PA.
I'm sorry, you would not be able to do a comment since you're not a resident or a taxpayer.
Oh, okay. Yes. And I apologize.
That's okay.
I'm here, I guess, for other business regarding a lot line revision plan.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, we will be talking about that a little later.
Okay,
so you
got
can
it.
stay on and listen if you'd like. That'd be perfect.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other hands raised? All right, I think it's safe to say that we can close public comment. And we'll move on to the rest of the items on the agenda.
Okay, minutes. Madam President, I move to accept the meeting minutes from the February 5th, 2024 workshop meeting and the regular council meeting held on February 12th, 2024.
Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to accept the mayor's report for February 2024.
Second. Mr. Mayor?
Thank you, Madam President. Chief Ronald Ackerley has reported to me that there were no significant incidents during the month of February 2024. The officers handled a total of 951 events, 1,897 for the year, consisting of both calls for service and proactive patrol engagements in detail, resulting in 7 arrests. The total number of arrests for the year is now 17. The department's 5 police vehicles logged a total of 4,548 miles. The combined year-to-date total is 9,176 miles. The annual Bunny Parade will be held Saturday, March 30th, 2024, beginning at 9:30 a.m. An officer will be escorting Mayor Gamrat and his special guests throughout the borough to visit our residents and deliver delicious treats. A schedule will be made available on the borough website and Facebook page to show the travel route and anticipated time the bunny will be in your neighborhood. With the warmer weather slowly making its way back, many streets will become occupied with walkers, joggers, cyclists, and children at play. Residents are reminded to please be mindful of this and use extra caution when driving through our borough streets. Motorists should always obey the posted signs and speed limits. Watch closely for pedestrians and never drive distracted. And I added this part. Slowing down at a stop sign without coming to a complete stop is illegal. Stop for that. A reminder, the police department is currently accepting applications for full-time police officers through Friday, March 15th. Details and a list of prerequisite qualifications can be obtained online from the borough website. Details and other related statistics concerning the police department during the month of February 2024 are reported on the attached police department reports. Thank you.
Madam President, I motion to accept the mayor's report for February 2024.
Any discussion? Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Or should you mention that?
Oh, yeah, just one thing, Easter Bunny arrives at 9:30 at our borough building, but the parade doesn't start actually till 10. So if anyone is concerned about that, but as you said, the whole route is on our, website.
We're on Forest Drive first.
Right,
When we leave here,
we leave,
we head over to Forest Drive, so
Yeah.
Black Ridge,
right,
all that area.
but actually, it is on our website, is that
Yeah.
correct? Okay, yeah, I just want to clarify that, that's all.
Thank you.
All in favor to accept the mayor's report?
Aye.
Opposed? And it passes. Moving on to treasurer's report.
Madam President, motion to accept the treasurer's report for February 29th, 2024, and directing the finance officer to pay the bills to the Borough of Churchill accrued since February 13th, 2024. And as normal, we will go through the larger bills real quick. So we have P2 contracting for the amount of $59,815.94. Alcosan, $38,710.90. Bigliotti Landscaping, $25,428.40. MRM Workers' Compensation Pool Trust, $24,626.81. Gateway, $22,481.55. Tucker, Arnsberg Attorney, $7,485.50. And tax collector refunds of $5,506.62.
Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And moving on to our action items.
Okay, Madam President, I move to adopt resolution 4597, appointing Rory Carroll to the Churchill Area Environmental Council.
Second. Any discussion?
Yes.
Yes.
We are very fortunate to have this applicant. He has his PhD from the University of New Hampshire in biology and earth and environmental sciences. He's a perfect fit for the Environmental Council, and I highly recommend him.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for volunteering your time with us. Any other discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Madam President, motion to exonerate tax collector Daniel Weaver of the 2023 tax.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Everyone understand what this means? Just so everyone's aware. This just means that the, last year's tax will get transferred to the delinquent tax collector and, Ms. Weaver no longer collects it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Madam President, motion to approve a new police vehicle purchase in the amount of $58,888.
Second.
Any discussion? We discussed this at great length at our last meeting. And I think everybody was on the same page with that and how beneficial this would be for us. And it's absolutely necessary, so. Any other discussion with that? Anybody have any comments? Yeah, go ahead, Michelle.
I just want to make note that the current vehicle that we do have with the police department will be utilized for our property safety specialist. And then the manner in which it will be utilized is different than the typical police vehicle. So it will hopefully be able to increase the lifespan of the vehicle. So yes, we'll be able to have a vehicle dedicated to our property safety specialist to use with the purchase of the new vehicle.
Great. Any other discussion items? No? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Madam President, motion to approve the lot line revision plan for property located at 457 and 461 Woodland Hills Drive in the R3 Residential Zoning District, subject to Gateway Engineering's review letter and the Planning Commission's recommendation.
Is there a second? Second. Discussion.
I know that we have somebody online, but based on our review, there was one round of comments. Those comments were resolved prior to the planning commission meeting. Our letter at the planning commission meeting was that all comments have been evaluated. Planning commission voted on it and at that point did recommend to council to approve. And they did bring up some good questions, which have since been resolved in regards to who needs to sign that, as well as it was sent over to Allegheny County at that time for their planning review, and they had minor comments which have been addressed as well.
Great, thank you. Any other discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Madam President, motion to award the 2024 Churchill Borough Sanitary and Storm Sewer Televising and Cleaning Contract to the State Pipe Services Incorporated in the amount of $111,024.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Do you have any comments, Bill?
Oh, I would just bring up again, this is based on, municipality does need to perform televising of the system, 10% of the system at a minimum each year. This would satisfy that. State Pipe Services has been performing the CCTV in the municipality for at least the last 6 years. So, we've had them for some time. They're familiar and more comfortable with the results that we received. We do recommend that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Madam President, motion to continue discussion regarding solar panel project.
Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? So we talked about this at our last meeting, did not have any comment?
No, I just think that as a matter of explanation, probably Michelle could mention, what this is about. So, we're just talking about the opportunity to examine, getting solar panels through a program that we participate in, with, a county-wide organization, and we're continuing to discuss it.
I also like to mention that I did ask Michelle for information on what it would cost the borough
Yes.
and the savings. Each year, she gave a good report, so I'm willing to give that out as well.
Yeah.
And thank you, Michelle. That was a good follow-up to that, to see what the borough would save if we move forward with the solar panel. Thank you.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And that moves us on to discussion items of our staff report. Our engineer, would you like to go first?
Sure, thank you, Madam President. Our report was submitted, one update since the last submission was that it was confirmed last week that the contractor that had won the bid a while back to install the speed sign, the poles have finally been fabricated and are in. So the pole spotting meeting and that construction should be occurring sometime in the near future. That, and we'll be looking to have a meeting with the infrastructure committee as well as staff to go over some of the proposed sewer repair project, which is off over the next month with the contractor.
Any kind of projected date when those times will be in? No?
There will be, I call it a full spotting meeting, in which I'm sure all of you will be invited and be there as well. Ralph, just to make sure that the location, that everybody's happy with the exact location before the installation actually occurs. At that point, they'll notify everybody when the work will be completed, just so everyone's aware in case there's any disturbance to the traffic, which there would be expected to be very little of it.
Ralph, anything? you would
The only
say?
thing I have is on the fire department, just quick numbers. We had 34 calls last month, we're up to 64 calls for the year. We had one structure fire in Wilkins and one in Forest Hill, so we should. That's all I have.
Thank you. Keith?
I just wanted to take the time to thank council for their careful consideration and voting to approve the purchase of the police vehicle. You know, we did discuss this at length and there was a lot of valid questions. I know the budget's tight, you know, and this decision didn't come easy, but it'll allow us to stay consistent with our fleet management plan. As Michelle mentioned, we'll get to use the used car for repurpose it, and I think we'll still get a few years of life out of that. So all in all, I think it was the right decision. So I just want to thank you for your time and consideration.
Absolutely. Thank you for your work. I'll move on to staff. Other staff, Michelle, Ashley.
No, I'll just mention, take a look at the budget report. And President, just acknowledging the staff in the admin side. Ashley's been working great on the treasurer support. This is her second time that she's done it around and she's doing an amazing job. So I'm very excited to see her really diving into that role. It's been great to work with Scott and seeing him growing into the code enforcement realm and really just blossoming into that aspect. And of course, Ralph is the guru of everything here. So it's very nice to have Ralph part of the team too, and working with the chief and the police as well. So I'm very thankful for the team we have here and on the council as well. So thank you.
Thank you all.
you.
Mr. Solicitor, anything?
No report, Madam President.
Okay. I know there's council committee reports in the packet for you all to view. Does anybody have any comments, questions, thoughts they'd like to say before we adjourn? No? Wow. What? All right.
Sorry.
Motion to adjourn the meeting, thanks.
Good.
All right, let's go, guys. Good night. Thank you.
That was our birthday spot.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna make, yeah. That was our birthday.